Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Virginia versus North Carolina college basketball matchup on Saturday, February 24th, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people who make big bets with big bankrolls, looking for maybe one-on-one concierge-style service. If that's what you're looking for, text the number that you see on the screen. We have those available. They're just not on the website. So if you make big bets like I do, text that number. But let's get to this one. Virginia taking on North Carolina. Virginia 14-1 at home this season. Boy, that one has got to sting because Virginia had been on an absolute heater in their home games, not just this season, but really every year. It's one of the toughest places to win. And I got to say, for a visitor, and I think, when you look at that one loss, Carolina might even be saying, coming into this one, it's like, man, it's for them to lose twice in 1 year at home. Just don't see it all that often. But this year's Heels team is a special team. In fact, I think when you look at the national rankings, I think this team is way underrated at 10th coming in. 20-6 on the season, 6-2 on the road, 4-3-1 against the number on the road. They have played a heavy hitter schedules. The out of conference was big. The in conference, here they are taking on Virginia. Of course, they took on they beat Duke already. And the thing about this Heels team is, like I said, just not getting a lot of love here from anybody. And I think a lot of it has to do with their head coaching. They lost that game at Syracuse. So what? They lost at home against Clemson, tournament team. They lost against Georgia Tech by a point. Conference losses are going to happen. You look over at the Pac-12 and you look at Arizona. They lost to Oregon State, man. They're ranked 6 spots ahead of this team. So I don't really think it makes a lot of sense. Of course, Armando Bacot really in charge there for the Heels. They've got a lot of good players on this team. I think the coaching is suspect also. But I think when you look at the body of work, it's like you have to say this is a very, very good team. They're not going to win them all. Every time they go on the road and they go somewhere, it's like the Super Bowl for the team that they're playing. And you have to always keep that in mind. I think for Virginia, I think they're caught in a rock and a hard place. They play this, Tony Bennett style of basketball, low scoring, heavy on the defense. And I think when it doesn't work for you, well, you start to get into these ugly things. So while you can beat Wake Forest 49-47, in playing your style of basketball, when you go to Virginia Tech and you only put 41 points on the board, you get absolutely run out of the building. And I think that's what we've seen from this team. Tony Bennett just refuses to sway from his 100% defensive style. The Heels offense is good, but it's certainly not prolific. Of course, these guys are loaded with All-Americans on this team, and with Bacot, they're going to dominate the boards. He is a tough customer. Defensively, Carolina is pretty tough, and I think when you look at the numbers, they dwarf the Virginia offensive numbers by a lot because Virginia's offense, it just isn't very good. But I think even though Carolina is going to dominate the boards, even though the defense is good, even though Virginia, we've seen them fall down in spots, I have to say, beating Virginia in Virginia, certainly no easy task. And I think giving the Cavs points at home is pretty much not what I feel like doing. I'm going to take Virginia and the points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com, 100% free. Help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.